Hi everyone, welcome to our monthly online hangout space. Hashtag Chat Up, Real Talk, Real Impact, brought to you by Quarant Talk Media and supported by the United States Embassy in the Philippines. I'm your host, Fifi de los Santos from PTV, and of course, it is with honor, privilege, and my greatest pleasure being with you this evening, Kenaman. It's very fantastic night for all of us because it's another session na marami tayong pag-uusapan with our distinguished guests. And of course, yung topic natin for today is something of lahat naman talaga tayo ay makaka-relate. And again, we bring you conversations on social issues and various advocacies here on Chat Up. Join our chat. Keep your messages and questions coming on the comment section and share this live stream using our official hashtags. Ito hashtag chat up, hashtag real talk, real impact. Let's now go into today's conversation and find out what's up. All right. Ito, of course, some of my students are watching right now from Pamantasan and Soda, Valenzuela and Bulacan State University. And many of the students are really greeting their teachers. Happy World Teachers Day. Of course, World Teachers Day is celebrated every October 5th. In this episode, our conversation will delve into this year's theme, the transformation of education begins with teachers. So we will explore needed professional development opportunities for teachers in the Philippines and the support they need to be able to be at their best and enrich the education sector for the benefit of the children. We will touch upon some challenges and opportunities in the Philippine education sector and some interventions can help our teachers. You know what? I myself, I've been experiencing some dilemmas when it comes to for example, the concept of the facilities, the different issues on the mental health of the students, and so on and so forth. At ilan ito sa mga bagay na, of course, binibigyan din dapat ng response, no? At napakalaking importansya talaga ng mga guro sa maraming mga kabataan, maging sa mga estudyante, of course. And dahil dyan, we'll also celebrate the role of teachers in our society. And that's why for today, we're of course very honored to have our guests for today. So let's now call in our guests. First, we have with us a senior education program specialist for human resource development of the Department of Education Schools Division Office in Dagupan City. We have Miss Mitchellene Vigilia-Rivo. She holds a Doctor of Philosophy degree in Language Education and is a certified CMO RELC specialist on professional development for teachers, supervisors, or teacher leaders or supervisors. Also, Dr. Riva is one of the board of directors of the Philippine Association for Language Teaching Incorporated and also e-teacher alumna of the U.S. Department of State. And wow, one of the certified MOOC camp facilitators in the Philippines. Hi, ma'am. Good evening. It's really an honor to be with
Hello.
you this evening. But hindi lang po ikaw. Ma'am Mitch, kamusta? Kamusta ka?
Hello, Fifi. Kumusta? So, kumusta po kayo sa inyong lahat and to everyone,
I
to
hope
all
you're
of our
doing great,
teachers
Miss
around
Mitch.
the world and in the Philippines. Happy World Teachers Day po sa inyong lahat.
Happy World Teachers Day to you too, ma'am. Also, with us is an art director and teacher from Manila. We have Mr. Ephraim Fernandez, si Sir E-Boy. He is an alumnus of the 2018 IVLP on promoting media literacy through education. Welcome to the show, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. And happy World Teachers Day. Hello po, E-Boy and Mitch. Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
hello.
Hi. Happy World
Kamusta?
Teachers Day.
Kamusta? Parang nasa ibang ano kayo, ang gaganda ng mga background ninyo. Oh, Miss Mitch. Kwentuhan mo
Thank you,
naman kami
Sister
dyan sa baka mo
Yard.
dyan. Oo.
Thank you,
Si
Sister
Sir
Yard.
E-Boy, asan ka, E-Boy?
Currently nasa US ako ngayon. So it's six.
E-Boy?
Hello? Hi.
Okay, sige. While I'm asking, oh, I see.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, E-Boy and Mitch, we'll start now. We have some questions prepared, no? Um, uh, well, technically, of course, these questions are really going to be essential for most of us, no? Meron na nagsabi dito, nag-message sa akin, kompleto na agad ang gabi nila sa panonood nila ng Choir and Talk Media. Of course, we'd like to acknowledge Jules, Eya, and everyone behind this talk show. Sana tuloy-tuloy at mas marami pang ma-reach itong program to. But now, yeah, let's start, no? So, first question is, what helps teachers be at their best opportunities, resources, or what kind of support no, yung pwedeng makuha? Mitch.
The support that they could get, specifically since I'm connected with the U.S. Embassy through the different programs that they are providing, I think the support that they could get would be the different best practices coming from different educators from around the world, and also the different prints and media resources that could be easily downloaded or open educational resources that they could easily access and use in their respective classrooms. Yun po.
Okay. E-Boy, in terms of support, kamusta no, yung nabibigay na sa mga teachers? What do you think?
Ako naman I believe I agree sa sinabi ni Ma'am Mitch, no? Providing resources for teachers, but more than that also I think maganda rin na i-put into context yung resources na nabibigay sa ating mga teachers. Kasi marami mga teachers ngayon, hindi sila nagsa-start as education graduates eh. Di ba? Marami tayong mga teachers na they came from industry or some people nagtuturo sila straight from where they came from sa industries na pinipili nila. So I think as they officialize or at least gawing permanent yung pagiging teacher nila, I believe yung support and giving them ample feedback, 'di ba? Yung mga teachers natin para makita nila if tama ba yung ginagawa nila o hindi. Hindi kasi lahat nagsisimula sa teaching na may proper education background, you know. Some of them after a couple of years pakukuha ng ng let or ganun. So I think mahalaga na ma-put into context yung kind of support na mabibigay sa mga teachers, and also yung pakakinig sa needs ng ating mga teachers, you know. Iba't ibang schools, iba't ibang universities, iba't ibang grade levels, iba't ibang departments, may kanya-kanya silang struggles, may kanya-kanya din silang hinaharap na mga problema, and those are unique to their experiences. So I think it starts from their administration, di ba? It starts from their administration na mapakinggan kung ano yung pangangailangan ng mga teachers and gawin yung lahat ng kaya nila para mabigyan ng support, mabigyan ng guidance, and of course yung mapagbuti yung kanilang service na ginagawa.
Yes. Fifi, in addition doon sa
Mhm.
nabanggit ni Ephraim, on the part of Department of Education, we have several programs that helps the teachers, specifically those who are just coming in, yung aming mga new teachers. We have our IPBT or induction program for beginning teachers. So we help them with the onboarding. So we have prepared, the Department of Education have prepared modules for them. And also for those who are already in the service, the department is also providing the psychosocial support for both for the teachers and for the learners. So those are the basic supports that we give to the teachers and the learners this time of pandemic.
Which is really relevant, no? Especially yung psychosocial support. Kasi we also have to
Yes.
consider yung mental health ng mga bata. Very relevant yan in today's time.
Mm.
Although, yeah,
Yes.
we are already transitioning from the
Yes.
from having an online class ngayon ay face-to-face na yung karamihan sa mga
Yes,
eskwelahan
mostly.
from elementary to college, no? Oo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing, no? And we can see here that these are some of the resources or opportunities na pwede nga makuha ng mga teachers natin. And I hope nga is marami pang ma-address, no? For Ma'am Mitch,
Yes.
what programs are available for teachers to help them? Aside from what you've mentioned, the
Mm-hmm.
induction in psychosocial support. Of course,
Yes.
balik tayo sa face-to-face, and then
Mm-hmm.
right now, minsan nagiging problema din ng internet connection,
Yes.
allowances, risk
Mm-hmm.
allowances. Should this be applied also to
Yes.
teachers? Because recently, naapirmahan ang risk allowance para sa healthcare workers, although bakit ngayon lang, no? Sa teachers naman, no? Could that be also one thing na dapat maibigay sa kanila
For our teachers, actually we have provided the
in their
teachers with the
careers
NAIAP
as
SIM.
teachers?
Yes, we have provided them with the NAIAP SIM that they could use whenever they are to engage in any professional
Ma'am
development
Mitch.
offered. Yes, actually, we have provided the NAIAP SIM to our teachers, which they could use when they are to engage in any professional development activities provided by the Department of Education. And also, we have different materials such as the materials for the PPST or the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers that they could use in case they are having difficulty with one specific domain or one strand. Then they could just go over these materials for them to be able to enhance their skills, their knowledge, and attitude on this particular domain. So those are the
Okay,
assistance.
Miss
Actually, the
Mitch, no,
teachers
I
are given
understand.
support.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a good thing, no, na at least we have these kinds of programs and supports for them. Pero, ano yung naging basis nito mga programs na ito to come up with this? Because I understand, are we doing like in-depth interviews or how do you guys reach out doon sa mga teachers natin sa pinaka nasa baba in order for them to at least get the support and the programs, no?
Uh, I'm in the human resource and development section. So what we do is we always start with a needs analysis. So we look into
Okay.
the things that our teachers needs, and we start with that. So from the needs that we have identified, then we are going to prioritize based from the mandates given by the Department of Education, which are issued, for example, the DM50 2020, wherein we have the strategic direction for the professional development of our teachers, as well as the priority for the division that needs to be addressed for us to be able to ensure that quality education is being delivered despite the challenges that we are encountering right now.
Ayun. Actually, no, you've also mentioned induction program, lalo na for the onboarding teachers. Yeah, I
Yes.
think needs analysis is really a good way in order for us to, see ano yung mga programs na makita. Pero having said these programs, E-Boy, what do you think? Do you think the teachers at least are buying this or may kulang ba? Of course, maaring may kulang, pero nagagawang ba ng paraan? Maganda ba ito, E-Boy?
Um, Ako kasi yung exposure ko sa different programs, no, limited siya to what my university is providing. So, kunwari yung mga sinishare ngayon ni Ma'am Mitch, to be honest, ngayon ko lang sila naririnig. Di ba? Ngayon lang ako nagkakaroon ng idea na may mga ganun palang program. So, I guess that's an idea, di ba? An insight also na pwedeng makita na hindi probably lahat ng tao are informed about this or hindi nagagawan ng paraan na ma-inform yung mga tao na may mga programs na ganito. But listening to Ma'am Mitch, napakaganda na may mga ganito palang available na resources and programs that could help prepare our teachers, di ba? As they venture into teaching. And lalo na ngayon na mag-face-to-face na tayo ulit. So, magandang support siya, magandang tulong.
All right. So it's more of information dissemination siguro, yung pwedeng ano dito, mai-apply I think in terms of execution, Ma'am Mitch, kamusta
The
sa mga
implementation
programs
part.
na to?
Okay, for the implementation part, for example, let me give you a specific example. Let's say the IPBT or the induction program for beginning teachers. So what we do is we are oriented on how it should be done in the field, and we cascade it to the field. But aside from the cascading, we make sure that we provide the needed technical assistance to the school heads who will be implementing it in their respective schools. So in giving the technical assistance, we also make sure that we make follow-ups, because the central office also makes follow-up quarterly. So that means that there is a shared accountability on the different programs that is being implemented by the Department of Education. So the the central office will create the policies and the materials, and then the division office will help in the provision of technical assistance on the proper implementation of this program, so that it will not just be given to the principals and then let the principal work work on that or implement it in their respective schools, but we give the needed support if there are materials that needs to be further explained, or there are some things that needs to be what do you call this that needs to be what do you call this let's say they're having problem on how to implement it, then the division office is there to provide the needed technical assistance, sort of. That's how we do it in the Department of Education. And quarterly, we have reportings, so that we will be able to see the progress, as well as monitor and evaluate the implementation of the program in across level. There you go.
Okay, hello everyone. In the meantime, ako muna nga halili.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello,
I'm
Jules.
Jules. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Our host nagkaka-problem lang sa ano, maglalagay na
Mhm.
akong name dito. Hi, E-Boy and Mitch. So, tutuloy ko
Hello,
lang muna
Jules.
yung discussion. No?
Mhm.
Yeah, Mitch, thank you so much for your inputs. E-Boy,
Mhm.
from your end, kasi ikaw coming from a private school educator naman,
Mhm.
in terms of support na nabibigay, I know you're also aware no, of the support being given to the public school teachers. Bakit kaya in the past years, Mitch, just correct me if I'm wrong, may
Yeah.
parang exodus ba na lumilipat to public schools yung ibang mga private school teachers? Para what's the reason, Iboy, from your perspective?
Um, ang hirap to comment on it kasi from my perspective, I haven't seen a lot
Mhm,
of my peers, teachers
mhm,
transferring to public school.
mhm,
Pero siguro kung magse-share lang ako 'no, nung usual na naririnig kong reason from kunyari napag-uusapan siya, it's usually about monetary, monetary support.
mhm,
Yung mas nagugustuhan nila na mas yun nga, mas malaki daw yung kinikita nila sa public, and mas
mhm,
in some ways meron silang mas may control sila on what they can do and what they can how they can teach inside the classroom. So usually yun yung mga narinig ko eh.
mhm,
But I can't say uh, much kasi hindi ako na-expose to it. Hindi ako
mhm.
like uh, na-involve
Yeah.
or wala akong kakilala actually that has gone through that.
Mhm. Okay. That's good no na from your end, Iboy, no na that's the state of our teachers na not so naman on the
Mhm.
transferring. Pero yung sa iba ata, Mitch, ikaw ba? Mitch, in your perspective, do you see this kind of incident happening in other places?
Most probably because of the security of tenure. Because if you
Mhm.
are in the Department of Education, you work with the government, so you have that so-called security of tenure. So I think that is one of the things that encourages some of our teachers who are in the private institution to transfer to the public institution. But there is one instance, if I may just share, that one teacher who came from a private school returned to from private school. came to the public school, but then after some time returned to the private school because
Mm.
according to him, he feels much more fulfilled, okay, in practicing his profession in the private institution. So
Mm.
uh, maybe in the end, it's not all about the monetary or the security of tenureship,
Mm,
but also the fulfillment or the self actualization of the teachers that
mm,
drives
I
them
see. So,
to go from one place to another.
mm,
right. So talagang case to case siya, no? So basically
Yes.
what we're talking about now are the most pressing issues na rin being faced by our teachers. So that's either monetary or security of tenure. But beyond that, no, beyond these issues, ano ba sa tingin niyo yung pressing issues right now? Especially we're slowly transitioning, no, going back to face after pandemic. What's the challenge in making sure your students are really focus after a 2 year remote learning. And how is it right now? Kasi 2 years din yun na hindi sila pumapasok sa schools. Ano yung experience niyo, Iboy and Mitch?
Ako kasi sa amin, sa University of Santo Tomas, sa may senior high school department, hindi pa kami full face-to-face. Naka-limited face-to-face pa rin kami. Um, and only certain subjects, certain learning areas pa lang yung pumapasok. But from our experience, and from what I see from my students, no, um, it's nice to hear from them na excited silang pumasok. It's something na as a teacher, hindi ko siya laging narinig before. Pre-pandemic, na pag sinabi mo sa kanila may pasok buong week o lang class suspensions, talagang ang bibigat ng loob nila. Pero ngayon, it's nice to hear them na excited sila pumasok, excited silang makita yung classmates sila to have, to have experience na talagang physical, makita nila yung facilities. In terms of adjustment, yung sa department namin, we were able to provide that na unti-unting i-ease in sa kanila yung pag-meet, so since ini-engage namin yung students into organizations, org work, prior to limited face-to-face, may mga students na kami pumapasok sa school. May mga pumapasok na for org work. So kahit papano, na nare-reintroduce sila sa physicality of going to school, yung meeting their friends and all. And then, inilalagay din namin sa context yung pag-uusap namin ngayon sa classes na all of the things that we're doing, all of the things that we're discussing, every assessment, every stage ng pagdadaanan namin should all lead to November kung kailan kami actually magfe-face to face. So mas may context ngayon. Mas may context ng pagfe-face to face yung online setup than last year. Last year kasi talagang tinanggap lang namin na the whole year talagang online lang tayo, so everything that we'll do is online. But now, hati yung first semester namin, alam namin na this is the last time that we're doing online. So we are preparing, we are gearing up for when we meet each other on November to start our second semester. So ganun yung experience namin. The students are really being supported and led to that vision na by November magkikita-kita. And not only that, pati yung parents nila. As early
Mm.
as August, may mga dialogue na nagawa with the parents, with the families on the setup na pwedeng mangyari once na mag face to face na talaga yung mga bata. So months of preparation siya, months and months of preparation, and constant communication with the learners and also their families.
Grabe din yung agility, no, na needed sa mga teachers, yung adjustment na talagang parang you're playing by ear kung ano
Mm-mm.
yung ano yung update sa COVID, kung kamusta yung infection, tapos yung pag-encourage, pa-encourage lang, 'di ba, doon sa
Mm-mm.
vaccines kasi hindi rin naman talaga hindi explicitly sinabi na required, 'di ba? So, ito yung mga challenges na kinakaharap ninyo. Fifi is back, so I'll bring him in. Hi Fifi, kamusta? Yan yung sa
Ewan
mga
ko ba ano
challenges.
nangyayari sa Oo, I think this is one of the challenges that actually, yeah, every time
Right.
nagkaklase ako, I'm using two laptops. Minsan hindi kaya ng wifi. So I have to use the data. Kaya lang minsan kahit data, pumapalya din. Kaya talagang, alam mo yun, it's really one of the challenges na experience ko. On the other hand, no, aside from the challenges that we've mentioned, even yung concept mismo ng ating mga students, kasi may mga students tayo na nagka-part-time, nagka-trabaho. So, paano tayo nagkakaroon kailan natin dapat i-apply yung consideration? Iba dito, may pamilya nga alagaan, pero gusto nila makatapos eh. So, I think these are also some of the challenges at part ng teacher. Kasi, somehow, other students would feel na it's unfair for them because they are actually attending face-to-face classes. Kumbaga, nasanay na sila sa online. Kumbaga, they can study and then they can work at the same time. So, yeah, what are your thoughts as teachers, no, on these kinds of situations? Mitch.
Basically, I don't have a first-hand experience with the students right now because I'm working with the teachers. I'm in charge of the professional development of the teachers. But looking at my children, they are happy to be in school. So they're my firstborn,
Ayun.
she is still, yes, she has 2 days classes for online and then 2 days for face to face. So somehow this is class.
Ayun.
So
So,
but
iba
for
naman pala yun sa
the
inyo.
general population of the students, I cannot comment, or yes, because I do not
Hindi naman to
engage
nare-raise ng
with the
teachers
learners as
sa'yo,
of the
Ma'am
moment.
Mitch. Hindi naman siya nare-raise ng teachers thus far.
Hindi naman.
Hindi naman.
Mhm.
E-boy, on your end, kamusta? May ganun bang challenges?
Yes, oo 'no, may mga ganyan kaming challenges sa department namin. We have students who are, having jobs, meron silang nagtatrabaho na sila as early as now. Meron kaming mga students na unfortunately, they're the ones who have to take care of their families. May mga students din kami na, lalo na nung peak nung ating pandemic 'no, may mga students kami na ganito ang sitwasyon nila. Yung
Oo.
student, siya lang yung nag-iisang negative sa bahay, lahat naging positive. So kailangan siya yung talagang maging center ng family, siya yung nagpapakain, siya yung nagbibigay ng gamot and everything. So paano namin sinuportahan yung mga ganitong students 'no? In-encourage kami sa department namin, um, na maging mas open to communication yung advisors. You know, para hindi maguluhan yung students kung sino ba lalapitan nila. In-empower kaming mga advisors at that time to have constant communication with our learners, especially yung under our wing, and provide what we can, and provide what support we can give them, especially lalo na kapag i-utilize namin yung resources na meron yung school. So for example, kailangan ba nila ng support from the guidance counseling office? So ibibigay namin yun sa kanila, ililid
Number
namin sila.
one.
But more than that also, doon na rin siguro papasok yung idea ng compassion, you know, yung ating virtue ng compassion, kung hanggang saan mo siya willing i-extend sa iyong mga learners, understanding their situation. So, it was tough, very tough. Ako nagkaroon ako ng ganyang personal experience, so mahirap, pero malaki yung
How do you
payoff.
address? Oo.
Malaki yung
Paano
payoff niya.
na-address?
So, well, una kasi dapat kinonfirm ko siya, no? Kinonfirm ko siya with the parent kung is this truly happening? May ganito ba talaga nangyayari? And meron, di ba? Meron talaga. So, in dialogue with the parents and the learners, um, kailangan namin mag-work hand in hand. You know, unfortunately, hindi mabibigyan yung learner ng free pass na dahil nagtatrabaho ka, hindi na kita papapasukin in class. Wala eh, 'di ba? May mga requirements, may mga rules and regulations tayong dapat ibigay at i-uphold. But siguro doon nakatulong yung paghati ng oras sa mga teachers and mga learners na meron tayong synchronous and asynchronous sessions. So, na-empower din natin yung students natin na kung talagang hindi kaya during synchronous, the recorded sessions, pwede kayo mag-catch up asynchronously at your own time. So, as long as magawa mo yung tasks, kahit i-extend natin yung deadline, no? Basta magawa mo siya, ibibigay natin yun dito sa mga learners na to. And I think mahalaga din na alam nung kanilang mga classmates yung situation.
Yes.
Oo. So, it's less about asking for their ano eh, it's less about asking for their consent kung papayagan ba natin, but letting them know na meron kayong kaklase na ganito yung sitwasyon. So, as a teacher, as your advisor, this is what I can do. But as his friends or his or her friends, classmates, and co-work niya sa mga group works, what can you do to extend help as well? So it's really building up that culture of compassion, no, sa mga students and letting them know na um, may pinagdadaanan yung isa. Kasi we are in a very extraordinary situation, you know, lalo na nung peak ng pandemic. So talagang kinailangan mag-extend ng hindi lang leniency but talagang matinding pag-intindi sa ating mga learners and understanding their needs. Because there's only so much that their families can do. Umabot tayo sa ganun, di ba? There's only so much that they can do to support the learning. So, ang importante nandun is gusto mong bata matuto. I think yun yung importanteng bagay doon eh. You know, hindi siya bumitaw, humihingi siya ng help, humihingi ng support. So, was in a in an alternate situation kasi pwedeng yung bata completely bumitaw na lang eh. 'Di ba? So,
Totoo naman.
um I think yun, you know, talagang empowerment tong advisors and constant communication with the learners, especially yung mga learners na involved, yung may problems and may challenges.
Empowerment, communication, what I really like about what you've said is the culture of compassion. Yeah, it's a perfect time for us na while we are embracing this transition, at the end is we're actually also thinking of the the feelings of the students, their struggles, the hindrances, no. I myself, no, talaga nag-experience din ako niyan. May isa akong estudyante na akala niya ina-asthma lang siya. Pero all of a sudden, biglang nagkaroon siya, ay biglang positive pala siya. So, following the protocol sa school or sa university, so okay naman. Luckily, hindi naman naging asymptomatic naman yung the rest. Tapos, na-isolate nila yung kanilang mga sarili. And then we catch up. And tinanong ko pa nga yung student eh. Sabi ko, okay lang ba malaman ng classmates mo so that they can actually protect them, protect their families. Kasi syempre, naman kasama niya. So, okay naman yung naging flow, no? So at least ito yung mga ilan sa mga ilan sa mga scenarios na magpapakita na this will happen sa face-to-face classes and it's a matter of how we handle it. And talagang hero ang mga teachers dito. Ay, hindi naman ako. Pero syempre, kumbaga parang yung mga teachers natin na talagang they're really doing their best to different kinds of situations na talagang kailangan i-address. No? Now, let's just share some tips and tricks or best practices that you know of for the benefit of the teachers and maybe even parents watching when it comes to supporting our learners, especially the younger kids. So, ano ba yung tip na pwede natin i-share to better engage students or motivate them to participate, learn, and even be at their best too? Let's have E-Boy.
Um, ang dami, no? Ang daming pwede, no? Siguro one thing I do is, ako talaga kasi believer ako ng ano eh, ng having constant communication with your students, you know. I always encourage them na to participate in class because wala eh, pare-pareho lang din naman kaming nasa sitwasyon na online, 'di ba? It's very unideal, 'di ba? Mahirap siya, very challenging siya. But I always just remind my students na nandito na tayo eh, pare-pareho tayo nandito sa sitwasyon na to. So what else we can do na lang is to really make the best out of it. You know, we want to come out of this situation na masasabi natin may natutunan tayo. We want to be able to say na out of this situation, there's something good that happened. So, lagi ko lang sila nire-remind about it, you know, na kapag hindi kayo nag-participate, kapag hindi kayo nag-do well, kahit mahirap, 'di ba? Ultimately, pare-pareho rin naman tayo lang din magsa-suffer. So, I guess that's one tip, you know, always talagang reminding your students na of the purpose of the goal, keeping them on track sa kanilang mga gusto gawin. Because madali for them to get lost, madali for them to get lost or to forget that sa dami ng kanilang stresses, sa dami ng kanilang hinaharap. So talagang motivating our students lang, I think, yun yung isang may isip ko ngayon, yung talagang motivating them lang na um, kailangan natin to gawin at kailangan natin to gawin na maayos. Yeah.
Very important, no? But what I can see doon sa nabanggit mo, dito nagkakaroon ng resulta ng effect of yung compliance na lang, yung mga activities, outputs sa pinapagawa sa mga bata. For the
Mm-mm.
sake of compliance na lang siya. Tapos they would ask bakit ganito yung grade nila at ginawa naman nila yung output. Kaya lang, they are thinking that way na because it's online, hindi nila kailangan mag-exhaust masyado ng effort. And
Yeah.
that's one thing na nakita rin natin sa students, no? So, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a matter of participation. Siguro, bahagi na rin kasi rin ito ng grading system para sa maraming mga asignatura, no?
Mm-mm.
Na talagang recitation is one. Di ba? So, it's parang ano lang yan eh. Parang pamahalaan lang yan. Para tayong boboto, kumbaga, meron tayong term na RVP, Register, Vote, Participate, na hindi natatapos lamang sa pagboto at sa pagpaparehistro ang ating involvement sa politika. Dapat tayo
Yeah.
din bilang audience, dapat participation din yan. So, bilang estudyante rin, it's a matter of participation as well. Yun na. Yeah. Do you have anything to add, E-Boy?
I agree, no? Na it's really about participation and yung constant, parang constant reminder sa mga sarili natin. Lalo na sa mga students, lagi ko talaga sinasabi sa kanila na um, complying is one thing, but doing good in it is another. So,
Yes.
'di ba? So,
Oo.
kailangan lang natin pumili, 'di ba? Do you really just want to comply for the sake of makakomply and get to the finish line saying na wala ka namang natutunan o walang magandang nangyari out of this? So, it's really up to them eh. It's really up to them. And I think yung role ng teacher din doon sa aspect na yun is napakalaki kasi kapag nakikita nila yung teacher nila na binibigay yung lahat niya, namomotivate din sila to do the same.
Oo. Kumbaga sa love, kailangan nire-reciprocate natin siya, Ibo.
Oo eh.
Diba?
Oo eh. Kasi
Oo.
imagine if the teacher is giving requirements, giving assessments, giving all these homeworks for the sake of compliance lang din.
Huwag
Magti-trickle
naman
down.
sana ganun.
Oo eh, di ba?
Oo.
Magti-trickle down siya sa mga bata eh. So I think malaking bagay na kapag nakikita din ng mga students na their teachers are giving it their all, their everything. Nakahawa
Ganun ka ba sa buhay, Ibo? You always give your best. Kamusta? Nare-reciprocate pa yung lagi mong binibigay sa lahat?
Ako,
Hindi
ako
lamang sa
kasi,
estudyante.
oo eh, kasi
So,
ako,
nag-personal showbiz bigla. Oo.
hindi, ako kasi natutuwa ako kasi, um, to put it in a scenario lang, no? Natutuwa ako kapag yung students are very active in class, na tipong
Oo.
hindi lang sa chat box, pero they make it an effort to turn on their cameras, be seated, and be with me in class. Kasi admittedly, may mga classes ako na siguro 2, 3 lang magbubukas ng camera throughout the entire session. I've experienced during the start of the pandemic, halos wala.
Wala talaga. Oo,
Talking
oo, oo.
pictures.
Naging normal na nga lang eh.
Oo eh. So, natutuwa ako na sabi ko, you know what, if I really want my students to show up, I should show up too, di ba? So, hindi lang siya basta pagharap sa camera, but to show them that you are in it too, Being in front of the camera is one thing, pero are you in the class too? Do you want to be with them? And you know what? When I had that thinking, no, makikita mo yung number of people coming into class, like being present, tumataas siya. So they make themselves present because you are present as well. And pinapakita mo sa kanila na you actually want to be in this class. Na pinapakita mo sa kanila na I'm here to teach, I'm here to make you learn. Sobrang effort siya. Sobrang ibang klaseng effort siya from face-to-face classes. Kasi di ba sa face-to-face classes, you're all in one room. Wala naman kayo magagawa eh. Di ba? It's really up to you how you will conduct your class. Pero when you are separated by technology and you are literally, di ba, in different locations, kailangan talaga ng sobrang pag-exert ng effort to make sure that the class will actually feel like a class.
Oo.
You know?
And mabigat pa rin sa atin yun starting online
Yeah,
kasi
yeah.
paano natin kakapain yung kanilang mga kilite para talagang makinig sila ng gusto. Pero sir, feeling ko naman sa'yo wala masyadong pakiramdam. Parang kahit ako estudyante mo, papasok talaga ako. Eh.
Depende rin, depende rin. Depende rin.
Ay,
So,
masyado namang humble tong bayani nating si Ito. Eh.
pero
Pero of
mahirap
course,
talaga, challenging,
totoo
sobrang
naman.
challenging.
And are you excited for the face-to-face class?
Sobrang excited. Ako talaga sobrang excited.
Kahit ako, yeah, na-excite ako noon. As in talagang nakita ko yung students ko. Takot pa nung una. Tapos ayun na, nagsalita na ako. Okay naman. Ngayon nga, may kasama ko mga students ngayon eh. Oh.
Wow.
Nakikinig lang sila, yeah. Hi daw, sabi ng mga kasama ko rito kay Sir. At kay Mitch, baka naman bigyan mo na rin kami ng tips. I understand you're from the human resource, no? Pero syempre, maraming guro tayo nakakausap, patungkol syempre dun sa kanilang mga issue na nilalabanan, nararanasan, or challenges, no? So, what tip can you share dun sa mga teachers natin in order for them to better engage sa students and to motivate them to participate, learn, and even be at their best?
Yes, siguro huhuting ko na lang doon sa nung naging teacher ako because I've been
Oh,
a teacher din naman for I think for 13 years. Ayan. So,
hindi naman matagal,
uh,
hindi matagal yon.
yes, hindi
Oo.
siya matagal actually. So, I think one of the best things that I could share is to empathize with the students. To empathize.
Yes,
Yes,
empathy.
we have our rules. Yes, we have our rules in the classroom. Yes, we have set our deadlines. But then when our students feels that we empathize, that we could put ourselves in their shoes and that we understand, they will somehow feel that responsibility that they will not just rely on okay lang pwede kong isubmit bukas kasi si ma'am bibigyan naman niya ako ng extension, but then if you let them feel, then they would have that sense of ownership of their work. So if they have that ownership of their work, then they would be able to easily transcend and to submit or to work on the different activities that you are giving them because they have already seen somehow the relevance of what you're doing, okay, the lessons and how they are going to deal with life later on. And also in terms of lessons, I think it's important that we have lessons which are engaging. So basically, we have the project-based learning. So if we could have project-based learning in our classroom or in our classes, I think that would be best because aside from they are being responsible of their learning, they go beyond and they could think out of the box. They could use their creativity in doing the different tasks that you assign them. So they will take ownership of the learning and they will take ownership of the things that they will do in order for them to be able to accomplish those tasks. And lastly, okay, of course, there should be, as a teacher, okay, you should be the one to show them that, what do you call this? That if they do this, it will be something that is productive. For example, in reading. So we always say that our students are having difficulty in reading. But if you as a teacher, you don't show them your genuine love for reading, it would be difficult to encourage them to read, right? So when I was still a teacher, I I usually allot a certain portion of my class in a week, wherein we're just going to share stories from the books that we have read, and the parent would just say after some time that ikaw ha, ma'am ha, yung anak ko na-addict na sa pagbabasa. But you know what? Those
Wow.
students are successful students right now. And
Mm-mm.
even though they have graduated, they still go back to the school and they're going to look for me. Before, they're going to look for me and then they wanted to just chat on the books that they have read already. So you see, I think that is one thing. We need to model, okay? We need to walk the talk. So if we say to
Oo.
our students, you need to read, then you also must be a reader.
Very fulfilling yung part na yon, yung parang binabalikan ng
Yes,
students mo. Kasi in a way,
yes,
you've left a legacy sa mga students mo eh.
mm,
And
yes,
nakita ko rin, na-realize ko dito yung kailangan mo mahalin ang trabaho mo para
yes,
mahalin ka ng trabaho mo. So,
Yes.
kailangan mo mahalin ng mga estudyante mo para mahalin ka ng mga estudyante mo. And napakahirap mag-invest ng pagmamahal dahil every year, nagpapalit yung students natin for
Papalit.
elementary and high school teachers. Sa college, parang ito na yung last step nila, nagpapakadalubhasa na yung mga batang ito. And at the end of the day, somehow you see them rising and makikita ka nila, di ka nila nakalimutan because of the legacy that we've left. And that's the heroism na meron yung teachers natin. And for sure kayo, E-Boy and Mitch, marami na ang nagmamahal sa inyo. Ako, simula pala ako sa pagtuturo for 2 years, hindi pa masyado invested, pero lalo na kay Ma'am Mitch, talaga siguro, dami na bumabalik dyan, no? And same goes with E-Boy. Sana nga, naging teacher ko si E-Boy, oo. Pero right now, I want to know your thoughts. What is the most rewarding about being an educator? Or what is most
I
rewarding about being an educator? Yeah.
I think if I may go first, I think the most
Yeah, Mitch, go
rewarding
ahead.
as an educator is you are given the opportunity to touch lives, and uh, as if you are a wind that helps the students move forward their sail. Of course, they still have the control, but you are someone or you are something which help them reach their direction. So I think that is way too far fulfilling than any financial reward that will be given to you as a teacher. So for me, that is the most fulfilling and the most rewarding part of being a teacher and being a teacher trainer. So now I'm a teacher trainer. Uh, Before, I'm a teacher and I could only touch the lives of my students. But now, as a teacher trainer, once that I touch the lives of the teachers, it would go hundredfolds, right?
Wow.
So, yes. So, with that, I think whatever we want to achieve in the future, if we are to sail in the same direction and we are giving our students the freedom to realize their full potential, then I think we will be able to reach that dream of becoming uh, one of the best country with the best people in the world.
Oo,
Yun.
itaas natin
Ayun
lalo
pa
ang
yes,
literacy rate,
oo.
ang
Yes.
kagalingan ng mga estudyante, itaas ang antas ng sistema ng edukasyon at pagkatuto ng mga bata. Siguro hamon din ito sa mga teachers natin na it's not just about, okay, given na talagang bayani na ang marami natin mga guro dito sa Pilipinas. Pero meron tayong laban ulit, di ba? Na
Yes.
it's not just about the resiliency, kasi minsan
Mhm.
toxic din yan. It's a matter of how we can give the full support sa ating students at kung paano rin sa atin ibibigay ng ahensya. No?
Yes.
That's one thing na nakita ko dito and someday sana makuha natin yon. And again, I really like the part you say touch lives. Kasi totoo naman po, ako I myself, nung naging estudyante ako, hanggang ngayon, binabalikan natin yung mga teachers natin because
Yes.
of being grateful. We're grateful because we have them. We have these people who gave us the wisdom, the knowledge to become the person we are today. E-boy, what is most rewarding about you being an educator?
Um, Ako pinaka-rewarding for me, yung ako kasi ano eh, nanggaling kasi ako sa industry. Before teaching, nag-industry muna ako, nag-advertising ako, and napakatagal ng fulfillment, yung pagdating ng fulfillment doon, mararamdaman mo yung fulfillment, mararamdaman mo yung saya once matapos yung isang campaign. Once may malabas kayong isang commercial. But then after that, the work continues. And then you wait for that moment again until it becomes fulfilling, until it becomes fun. But for teaching, ang pinaka nagustuhan ko sa kanya is that yung pinaka-rewarding sa kanya yung every single day na nakikita mong may natututunan sa'yo yung mga bata. Yun yung to me, sobrang wala siyang katumbas na as in, sobra. Um, yung every single day, alam mong may mga kinausap kang tao at nakapagturo ka and you feel that you've done something good for today. So yun yung akin pinaka-rewarding yung just the fact na nakakapagturo ka sa mga bata. And later on, makikita mo sila after years. Sa senior high kasi, ang bilis ng turnover eh. Naiinggit nga ako sa mga grade school teachers o kaya sa college kasi pwede nilang makasama yung mga students sila for years. Di ba? Pwedeng 3 years, 4 years. Sa senior high school, 2 years lang. Di ba? Lalo na ako, grade 12. After ko silang makita, the next year, hindi ko na silang makikita ulit. So, um, yung fact na nakakapagturo ako every single day, that to me is the most rewarding part. Kaya kahit ilang sections yung turuan ko, kahit nakakapagod siya physically, I always end up having so much fun after the classes. Kasi masaya siya, you know. Yung from my job before teaching, binibilang ko yung araw hanggang sa umabot ako na naka-4 na taon, tapos magugulat ako, oh my gosh, 4 na taon na yun, grabe, parang ang tagal. Ngayon, I'm on my 5th year of teaching pa lang, pero parang yung limang taon na yon, parang 2 years pa lang siya sa akin. So, sobrang saya niya. Ganon. So, just the mere act of teaching is so rewarding to me kasi masaya makakita ng mga batang natututo dahil sa mga tinuturo mo. And seeing them later on na nagsasucceed sa kung ano yung mga goals sila, masasabi mong kahit papano, di ba, you were a part of that. Di ba? Kahit papano, kahit for a short time, you were a part of their development. Sobrang rewarding yun for me.
I guess the concept nung nabanggit mo about the rewarding thing on you as an educator is fulfillment. Kasi you are looking for the fulfillment in your during your practice as an advertising person, no? And then it becomes routinary. Although yeah, it's fulfilling na tapos mo yung mga gawain mo sa clients mo, but still you have to go and go again. Although the experiences na nakuha mo ngayon, hindi alam ng mga students mo. At napaka-ganda sa pakiramdam bilang isang estudyante na yung kanilang nakukuhang knowledge is not just from the book, not just from the theories, but also on the application. Kumbaga parang yung project-based na learning na nakuha ng mga bata mula mismo sa teacher. Kumbaga sa elementary high school, gaya na banggit ni ma'am sa DepEd, talagang project-based ang talagang malaking tulong para sa mga bata na ginagawa ng teachers natin. On your end, yung mismong practice na tinuturo mo sa mga bata, that's something that's very nakakabusog. Not just knowledge, but the wisdom. And of course, marami siguro mga students ang talaga natutuwa na maging guru ka. Same goes with Ma'am Mitch, no? 13 years pagiging teacher at ngayon, training na with CNA. Training needs analysis or assessment. Grabe, iba talaga itong si Ma'am. Pero iba rin to si Sir Ibo. Well, anyway, last words, calls to action, any events or campaigns to promote, Ma'am Mitch? Ma'am Mitch, you might want to unmute your audio system. Go ahead.
Okay. So for our teachers, we have different MOOCs which are open as of the moment. So we have the English for MOOC on English as a medium for instruction. We have English media literacy and other MOOCs which are available in the Regional English Language Manila website, okay, and FB page. And also, okay, you may go to the American English website for the different resources that you could use in your classroom. So a while back, I've mentioned about project-based learning. So we have our webinar every Wednesday with the American English, and they are discussing about project-based learning. So if you want to learn more about this particular methodology in class, then you may join us every Wednesday. So there, and of course, I would like to greet all of our teachers. Happy Teachers Day, and thank you to U.S. Embassy Manila and Relo Manila for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Mitch. Support, participate, all the programs that Mitch has mentioned. Thank you so much and happy Teachers Day. E-Boy, last words or any events or campaigns you would like to promote?
Gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa invitation. Thank you so much for having us today and happy World Teachers Day sa lahat. Siguro kung may popromote ako, I guess, USC Senior High School. Kung meron man na mapapanood to or looking for teachers, meron kaming opening. So, lalo na ngayon
Saan?
mag-face-to-face, mag-face-to-face.
Ah,
It's a perfect time. Kung meron sa inyong mga nanonood na waiting na mag-face-to-face para lang makapagturo, this is a perfect time kasi by November we are opening our doors already. So, if you want to know the details, ano mga learning areas yun, just go to the UST's official Facebook page. Nandun yung details.
ayun.
But yun, maraming salamat for having us today.
Yes.
And happy World Teachers Day also.
All right.
Thank you.
Very insightful. Masaya ang diskusyonan natin ngayong gabing ito. And thank you so much for being with us and sharing your insights with us today for all the work that you do. Again, happy Teachers Day to you, Mitch and Eboy, and to all teachers out there. We're also watching today. Happy World Teachers Day. Thank you again, Mitchellene, Vigilia-Rivo, and Efrain Fernandez. Mitch, Eboy, maraming salamat. Mabuhay kayo.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
50.
Thank you po.
And Jules, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Napakaganda ng gabing ito. As a someone in the academe, na-fulfill kay araw ko na mapag-usapan yung ganitong klaseng mga sitwasyon, no, sa ating mga estudyante at maging yung mga kasama natin ngayon na guest, si Eboy at si Mitch. And very important na ma-acknowledge natin not just the things na meron tayo, pero ano pa ba yung dapat na meron tayo. Napag-usapan natin yan kanina, no? Yung access na pwede nating makuha pa. Although ngayon, yeah, we're already transitioning to the new normal with the face-to-face discussions or classes. Although may mga online pa din, syempre it's a matter of managing ourselves, still following the minimum health protocols dahil nandiyan pa rin ng COVID. Although, yeah, we're living with COVID, pero it's a matter of prevention is better than cure. Supportahan din na, good thing, no, na nalaman natin, yung mga programs pala nag-exist, no? We have this induction program for the onboarding teachers, meron tayong psychosocial support, which is talagang dapat relevant ito. Mula pa lang nag-start yung pandemic, at kahit mawala man na pandemic, ay hindi dapat mawala yung ganitong klaseng mga proyekto at programa para sa ating mga teachers at maging sa mga estudyante. And of course, yung PPST na nabanggit kanina ni Ma'am Mitch, no, or yung Philippine Professional Standard Teaching or Teachers, no? Sana lang talagang mas may latag pa ito sa maraming mga teachers para alam nila na available ito at mag-participate at makinabang sa mga proyekto at programang ito. Of course, many of us are really excited with the face-to-face classes. Although may mga twice a week na or thrice a week na face-to-face, pero this coming November, mag-full face-to-face tayo. So, tayo mismo, it is a shared responsibility for both the teachers, the students, the school, the parents, sa kung paano tayo gagalaw pagdating ng pagbabalik ng full face-to-face discussion sa atin. And hindi nawawala dito yung kultura ng compassion. Hindi lamang sa mga teachers at maging sa mga parents. Ang mga parents, teachers din sila. It's a matter of a culture of compassion din. No? Napakaganda na nabanggit noon ni Eboy. And yun, it's a matter also of participation. We participate not just for the sake of compliance, but we should consider also yung part na we exhaust or we exert yung effort natin. Touch lives, di ba? Ganda na nabanggit talaga ni Ma'am. Yun yung isa, kahit ako no, as a teacher, talagang iba rin yung pakiramdam na talagang nagbigay ka ng legacy sa mga estudyante. At lagi mong ginagawa yung best mo. Diba? Because it's all about fulfillment. All right. And sa ating mga viewers, thank you so much for being with us. Batiin nyo na yung mga na-teachers nyo, naging teacher nyo ng Happy World Teachers Day. It's still 8 o'clock. We still have 4 hours left para batiin sila. It's not too late. Ayan po, isang magandang regalo po para sa lahat ng ating mga guro ang mabati sila. And now, let's learn about an organization that is helping deliver quality education and good learning environments to young Filipino children. That's here on The Spotlight. All right, so On the spotlight this week is Teach for the Philippines, a non-profit organization working to ensure that Filipino children have access to quality education. Since 2012, it has helped young Filipino leaders contribute to children's education. They offer a 2-year fellowship program for promising Filipinos who can develop into transformational teachers who can drive positive learning environment and positive changes in public school communities. If you're interested to be a full-time, fully paid teacher fellow with access to training and mentoring, you may register your interest on the Teach for the Philippines website. The link is being flashed on your screen, www.teachforthephilippines.org/join. Now, let's learn about the upcoming events and tools for teachers here on What's Next. All right, catch the opening ceremony of the World Teachers Day event hosted by the UNESCO in Paris. The event will begin at 10 in the morning Paris time, and that is 4 p.m. in Manila. You may watch it live through the UNESCO webcast page. The link is being flashed or is on your screen. Yan. So, watch na, di ba? Supportan po natin yan. And speaking at the events are representatives from Educational International, or Education International, UNESCO, International Labor Organization, or ILO, and of course, UNICEF. And for teachers or administrators who are interested in incorporating plastics education in your curriculum, check out the recently launched plastic-free education training for teachers. There are modules and guides on how you can integrate teaching about addressing plastic pollution to school children. Just head on plasticfreecampus.breakfreefromplastic.org. All right, to everyone, thank you so much for being with us. Sa lahat po na ating nakasama ngayon, kay Nitch, kay eBay, to all our viewers sa mga social media platforms ng Quarant Talk Media. And of course, do not forget yung ating hashtag dito. Di ba? Hashtag chat up, hashtag real talk, real impact. Yan, hashtag real talk, real impact. Ang bongga talaga. Kaya, naku, ang bongga ng Quarant Talk Media na to talagang meron pang kasama mga different organizations, di ba? And good thing kasi it's more of advocacy at talagang nakakatulong ito para sa knowledge natin, mga pwede nating salihan ng mga webinars and other advocacies, organizations. So, push na natin yan. Kaya naman po, do not forget to subscribe sa aming social media pages, Quarant Talk Media. And of course, do not forget, kailangan po lagi po kayo nakatutok sa aming mga episode. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is episode 15, World Teachers Day. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for joining us. And please share our live stream so more people can watch our chat. Use our hashtags, hashtag chat-up and real talk, real impact. Ayun. Sa YouTube channel pa na namin, Quarant Talk Media. Tapos follow nyo rin kami sa aming Facebook for more updates and programs at Quarant Talk Media. And we're also on Twitter at Quarant Talk Media. Again, my name is Fifi and connect with me online on Facebook and Instagram, Fifi de los Santos. Join us again next month for another Real Talk here on hashtag Chat Up, Real Talk, Real Impact. Have a great week, everyone. Happy World Teachers Day. Thank you, Jules.